They'll tell you Rottweilers are loyal. They'll tell you they're protective. They'll tell you they're family dogs. What they won't tell you is what happens when that loyalty turns into dominance, when that protection turns into control, and when that family dog decides they are the one making the rules. If you think you know aggression, think again. Because with a Rottweiler, you're not dealing with random bursts of bad behavior. You're dealing with one of the most calculated, physically powerful, and mentally confident breeds on the planet. And the truth? Most owners don't have a plan for what happens when that power gets directed at the wrong target. The misunderstood monster. The media loves to paint Rottweilers as ticking time bombs, but aggression in this breed is far more nuanced. It's not about being mean, it's about control. If your Rottweiler believes it runs the household, aggression isn't an if, it's a when. Here's the thing. Rottweilers were bred to guard livestock, property, and people. That protective instinct doesn't switch off just because you want a cuddle buddy. If anything, their affection for you fuels their willingness to fight anything they think might harm you, even when you know it's harmless. The 3 triggers no one talks about. 1. Territorial boundaries. Your gate, your balcony, your sofa, these aren't just places. To your Rottweiler, they are property lines to defend. In India's close living environments, that means they may see your neighbors, delivery boys, and even relatives as intruders. 2. Social misinterpretations. A hug between friends? To you, it's affection. To a Rottweiler, it might look like a threat to your safety. Their instinct is to step in, and with 60-plus kg of muscle, stepping in can escalate quickly. 3. Frustrated energy. A bored, under-exercised Rottweiler is a danger waiting to happen. Without daily physical work and mental challenges, they channel their drive into guarding, lunging, or controlling. Case story, the wedding incident. A family in Delhi brought their Rottweiler Bruno to a relative's wedding. Amid the noise, music, and people, Bruno stayed calm, until a drunk guest playfully shoved the owner. Bruno lunged instantly, knocking the man to the ground. No bite. But it was enough to spark panic and lifelong tension between the families. This wasn't random aggression. It was a dog doing exactly what it was bred for. The problem? The owners hadn't trained him to differentiate between a real threat and harmless play. The illusion of control. Some owners think size equals obedience. If I'm bigger, I'm in charge. Wrong. Rottweilers read leadership in actions, not height or weight. If you hesitate, if you're inconsistent, if you let them win small battles, they will take that as proof they're in command. Why tools matter. You cannot control this breed with weak equipment. A tactical harness lets you direct their body without choking them into panic. A strong, reliable leash prevents explosive lunges from ending in disaster. Joint support chews keep them pain-free, reducing irritability as they age. A list of the exact gear I recommend is in the description. It's the same setup I use with powerful working dogs in real life. The crowd factor. In India, public spaces are unpredictable. Festivals, street vendors, sudden processions, your Rottweiler is constantly bombarded with high-stimulus situations. If you haven't taught them impulse control before they face these, you're gambling with people's safety. The silent aggression. Not all aggression comes with barking and lunging. Sometimes it's in the stare. A Rottweiler locking eyes with a guest and stiffening its body is a warning. Ignore it, and you'll escalate the situation without even realizing. You must learn to read the micro-signals. Ear position, tail height, muscle tension. These moments decide whether things stay calm or spiral out of control. The family paradox. They love your kids. They'll guard them like treasure. But here's the catch. When other kids come to play, your Rottweiler might not see friends. They might see rivals or threats. Without social conditioning, they'll step in with force that's inappropriate for the situation. Training is not optional. With this breed, training is a lifetime commitment, not a puppy phase. Every day you either reinforce good behavior or allow bad habits to grow. There's no middle ground. Structured training sessions, leash manners, and controlled exposure to strangers should be non-negotiable. Scenario: the late-night intruder. It's 2 a.m. Your Rottweiler hears someone at the gate. They go into alert mode instantly. Deep bark, forward posture. This is where a well-trained Rottweiler shines. They give you the advantage without crossing into chaos. But without that training, they could leap the gate, bite without assessing the threat, or chase the person into the street. Prevention versus rehabilitation. Preventing aggression is always easier than correcting it. If your Rottweiler already shows signs, growling, blocking paths, stiffening at strangers, you need intervention now, not someday. Waiting can turn correctable behaviors into permanent ones. CTA for viewers. If you want the proven step-by-step blueprint I use to control and prevent Rottweiler aggression, plus the exact tools I trust, check the description. Hit that subscribe button because I share real-world strategies that can literally prevent tragedies. And tell me in the comments, what's the most challenging public situation you've faced with your Rottweiler? Your story could help another owner keep control. The final truth. A Rottweiler's aggression isn't an accident, it's a trait. In the right hands, it's a shield. In the wrong hands, it's a headline. So ask yourself now, are you ready to lead with confidence, train with consistency, and match their physical and mental power every day of their life? Because if you are, you'll have the most loyal, protective, and loving dog you could ever hope for. If you aren't, you're not just risking your safety, you're risking theirs.